Tony Two Fans on Twix. Cuzzo, what's poppin'?
Hey, what's good, cuz? How you doing, man? How you doing?
Hey man, hey, you can tell by the excitement in my voice. We get closer and closer to getting a little pass popping here. So we get ready to get into some. I don't want to say real football because it's still preseason, but
Hmm.
nonetheless, we've been waiting for I don't know how many X amount of days. So yeah, the excitement has definitely built, man. The
Okay.
excitement is here. I'm ready.
All
I'm
right.
ready, dog. What you got good for us today?
Hey, and I apologize, y'all. I think the intro was lagging a little bit, so might have caught Tony mid sentence. But welcome. Thank y'all for joining us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Y'all let me know. I hope the stream is doing okay now, but just let me know if it's still anything going on. I appreciate it. But yeah, cuz hey man, we are a day away, a little less than 24 hours from some
Yeah.
actual football from the Carolina Panthers against
Yes,
another
sir.
team that is not, you know, that is not, their teammates. So man, I
Yeah,
am I am
exactly.
excited. I am excited. I am excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. But before we get into it, as usual, I want to say to everybody, if you're new, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Please hit that like button, subscribe to us on YouTube. Help us out with the YouTube algorithm. You can check us out on all social media at Two Fans in the Stands. And you can catch us over on Twix. That's a mixture of Twitter and X, as we like to call it. You can catch us at Two Fans ITS. Okay. And what else was I going to say? Tony? I tell you, I had a brain fart, boy. I told you my head was hurting.
Yeah.
Oh, but I wanted to say big shout out to everybody if you're watching us on Twitter or I'm sorry, X, or if you have been by our account. We started training camp and we said, okay, let's try and get a little more active on X and try to get our followers up to at least 500. Okay. We have exceeded that goal and we are now at 670. Okay. So our next goal
Yes,
is a
sir.
thousand. So if you're watching this and you haven't already, go over there to Twitter, Twix, as we like to call it, and hit that follow button and help you boys out. We greatly appreciate it. Okay, we
And
can get
also
into
give
some
me a
comment.
follow at Tony Two Fans over on Twix. I got I don't want to say what happened to my other account, but I had to start another one. So yeah. Yeah. Go on, man. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Don't start. Don't start.
Oh, the technologically challenged. You gotta love it. All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. Okay. All right, let me get into some comments here. Hey, Raw Walk. So what's up, CJ and Tony? How you doing, man?
What's up, Raw?
SC Pace 4. What's up, guys? Hope all is well. Hope
SC,
all is well with
what's
you.
good, my guy?
Making True Money. What's up, everyone? How you doing, Making True Money?
What's up,
Yep,
MTM?
everyone. Gotcha. Cha 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 one. Hey yo, what up, fellas? Man, how you
What
doing?
up, man?
Appreciate you. Josh, keep pounding.
Josh, what's
Duh. So
good?
yo, what's going on, Big Cuz, Uncle Jerome, Uncle Bernie with the grays and the beard?
That's
Oh,
all right.
Hey, you starting some
That's
shit
all.
already, duh. You
That's
starting
all
some
right,
shit
boy
already.
shorts. That's all right, boy shorts.
Okay, that might be a side conversation. I don't know. Let me go on to the next comment. All right,
Nah,
dig it. Said the bench ain't going to teach Bryce anything. Just saying. You know what? Man, I tend to agree. I tend to agree. Paris Hemby. I'm sorry. What's up, my brother? How you doing, Paris? What's going on? What's going on?
what's up, Paris?
All right. Let me see. I think I got another comment
Yeah,
that just showed up. Let me see, Josh. Tony, I'm going to have to find you again on X then. Okay. Yeah. What is
appreciate
it? Tony
it,
Two
Tony.
Fans?
Yeah, Tony Two Fans.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. 336 Boston, what's going on? Hey, let me
What
tell
up,
you, Tony.
Boston?
Hey, let me tell you, it was funny. We was over there on Black Cat Panther podcast yesterday, and shout out to Q, Goat, Poppin, everybody over there. And it was hilarious because there was a guy on there named Jerome. And mind you, I love his enthusiasm, his optimism about the Panthers. But when I say he aggravated 336 Boston to the point where he had to get off the stream and just get
Yeah.
back in the chat. My man said, I'm losing brain cells up there. He said, I'm gonna just catch y'all in the chat. But shout out to
Dang.
336 Boston. Oh, when I tell you, man, I had me a good time over there yesterday, man. Oh yeah, he talking about Ronnie.
Dog,
He talking
no.
about Ronnie. Oh, that was a kick, man. Y'all gotta go back check that out. Hey, Mr. Hunky Dory with the $6 super chat. Hey, thank you as always. We
What's
appreciate you.
up, Mr.
He
Hunky
said,
Dory?
Tony, crab hands and the celebration that sounds and smells are are a fall of here. Also, sounds and smell of fall are here. My bad. Go Cats, go. Keep pounding. Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Hunky Dory. We appreciate
Keep
you as
proud, sir. We
always.
appreciate it, man.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, cuz let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. So we're talking tonight about a recap of week 2 of training camp. Let me see. I
Yeah.
have made it to every practice. Let me see. Yeah,
I
every
think you've only
practice
missed
since
one.
except for yeah, I missed Fan Fest. That's the only thing I missed this week was
Yeah.
Fan Fest. So I missed Fan Fest, and yeah, I missed one practice. Oh goodness, it was okay, I can't remember, but I've been to all of them this week, and it's been some good. It's been some not so good. Okay, but first off, we're gonna get into some transaction that has happened. Since we last saw y'all. All right, so the Panthers signed Dylan Johnson and waived David Davis. Now I don't know if that we mentioned that last time we was on, but if we didn't, that's why I kept it up here. They signed tight end Curtis Hodges. He Oh my goodness, he was signed for the Fan Fest game practice, and then never made it to the next practice. Okay, and then
Right.
they signed him, and then
2
they
days
placed
later.
Steven Sullivan on the injured reserve. Then 2 days later, they waived him. He was injured, and they signed back Clayton Isbell, safety. Okay.
Yeah.
So the practice on the third, let me see, the practice on the third, I saw Anthony Brown doing his workout. So when they have new players in that they bring in for a workout, they have them all in gray shirts, with a number on it. And at towards the end of practice, they take them off to the side on one field, and I think they start working with one of the trainers, and they put them through a bunch of drills, and then you see all the coaches kind of congregate over there and watch them, and see what they're doing while they're doing their drills. So they did
Right.
that on the third, and then they ended up signing Anthony Brown later on that day. Okay. So, and as
Okay.
you all know, our tight end room is banged up. So they did sign Jacob Hollister, and then they waived the injured wide receiver Devin Carter. Okay.
Pa-
So go ahead.
pause right there because I don't know if a lot of people remember Jacob Hollister from Seattle. Whenever we play Seattle, and this is when Cam was, I want to say the height of his career, and we had the good rivalry going back and forth with Seattle. Jacob Hollister was always that second or third string wide receiver that gave us work. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He always put in work against the Panthers. He's a very solid tight end. I wouldn't be surprised if he makes the squad and makes
Okay.
the tight end room just a little bit better because he knows the system, play with Dave Canales and a lot of those coaches from currently with the Panthers when they were in Seattle. But yeah, Jacob Hollister, man, hey, I like him. I like him,
Okay.
especially for what he has done in Seattle. And whenever we played him, he always gave us problems. He was just sneaky good. I just wanted
Mm-hmm.
to point that out.
Appreciate you, Pen. Appreciate you. All right, let me get back a couple comments here before I get going. Hey, Marcos Cash said, "What's up, CJ? What up,
What up,
Tony? How you
Marcos?
doing, Marcos?" Yes, sir. Hey, look at this one, Tony. Rock Jones said, "What's good, cousin? Cam just scored again with those Gamecocks." Hey, look, I'm pretty sure he could do the same thing with the Tar Heels, but I digress. I digress. I
Yeah,
digress.
yeah.
Well, SC Pace said we're banged up. The freaking ambulance will crash to the hospital. Oh my
Dang,
God. Let's hope
SC.
not. Let's hope not. Let's hope not.
let's let's hope not. For real.
Earl Lockley, what's going on, man? How you doing? How you
What's
doing?
up, Mr. Earl? What's going on?
Said Paul Urbanet. Hope I said that right. Said love the Caden Stearns pickup. Okay, we'll get to
Yes.
that in a second. All right. So after
Yes.
Jacob Hollister, yeah, as y'all all know, Andy Dalton is dealing with a quad injury. So for a few practices, it was just Bryce Young and Jack Plummer. So they did bring in Jake Luton, and they placed defensive end Kamoko Toure on injured reserve. And the crazy thing about that, he was just signed after the first round of practices where they brought in players for tryouts.
Did
He
he
was
even get a
just
number?
signed. I don't know. I promise you, I don't know. I don't even remember seeing him on the field. You know,
Right.
if he was, I don't know what number he was, anything. But so yeah, he's out too. Okay. All right. So then they picked up another tight end. So now we have five tight ends on the roster. Okay, so they pick up Jesper Horsted and waived wide receiver Tavion Robinson. All right. And then get to what my man said, they claimed Caden Stearns off of waivers and waived injured guard JD Dorenzo, who I saw the other day at practice, did not seem hurt to me, but hey, I don't know. But so, hey, and Paris Envy, thank you for the $5 super chat. He said, "Don't know about y'all, but I'm going to thoroughly enjoy watching these Bryce Young haters eat on this crow about to come out the oven week 1." Hey, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. But you know, I will say this: I'm going to temper my expectations, and until week 1, till we see it out on the field. I do hope we see some flashes of what we all think he can do in this preseason. It won't be tomorrow, okay? And we'll get
Yeah.
into that later. Won't be tomorrow, but I hope he hear the same and see the same thing. And Paris, again, thank you for the $5 super chat. We greatly
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Paris.
All right. But yeah, Caden Stearns was safety for Denver. I think that is another kind of an Evero hire, a guy that was in his system. At this point, I don't I think we're pretty much set at safety. I don't know if this is maybe another camp body, maybe somebody to come in. They're all about competition. They're all about pushing the players that we have now. So maybe it's maybe it's competition, but we'll see how he does when he gets here and when he gets on the field and starts practicing. All right.
Yeah. Caden Stearns was a big body safety that came out of University of Texas. I remember when he came out. I think his junior year at Texas, he played around like 210, 215. But when he came into the combine, I think he was like 203 to 205, something like that. But he's a very muscular, well built safety. Um he could kind of remind you of Jeremy Chin when blitzing from the strong safety position, more of a in the box type safety, not a free safety, but loves
Mm-hmm.
contact, loves the blitz. Dependable. He can take the good, the right angles and things like that. They say that he flourished under Evero when Evero had him in Denver. So that continuity again, Evero with people that has played for him, whether it was in Denver or in LA, that know his schemes and know his system, and it seemed like he could possibly be giving someone another player opportunity who didn't have it elsewhere to possibly make get another opportunity, here in Carolina. And I think a lot
Mm-hmm.
of times right now they're turning over the bottom of this roster because, like, we've been saying for a couple months, we do have the um we are first on the waiver wire through week 4 of the season, and this is the time of the year when you're going to start seeing players being waived and things like that, because the cut down is different than how it always has been. You know what I mean? So from that, I say the second or probably the last preseason game, you're going to see a lot of turnover.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bet. Okay. So now before we get into the next slide here, um, the Panthers released their first depth chart. Okay. First depth chart
Okay.
of the 2024 season, preseason, whatever you want to call it. There are a lot of things that were expected, and I think there are a lot of not a lot, but a couple things. And I was just kind of like, uh. like really, like that person is above this person here. So yeah, I mean
Yeah.
it was kind of interesting, a few things. So let's go ahead and get into that now. All right.
Okay.
So as you see on the screen here, okay, let's go ahead and start from the top. Wide receivers. All right. Deontay Johnson. You got Adam Thielen, Jonathan Mingo. Okay. So those are your top three wide receivers. Then you have Xavier Leggett, ISM, and Terrace Marshall Jr. Okay. So I'm going to assume Terrace Marshall Jr. is quote unquote that number 6 receiver right now. Okay. I'm gonna put him as number 6 because a lot of the discussion has been, Jalen Coker and Terrace Marshall fighting for that 6th spot. Now, in a weird universe, I would love to see Carolina keep 7 wide receivers, but I don't think that's going to happen. Okay.
Mhm.
And it has, as somebody who has been at camp, okay, Terrace Marshall Jr. has been making plays. Jalen Coker has been making plays. ISM has been making plays. Leggett has made what I'm trying to say is the whole damn wide receiver room has been making plays throughout this training camp. Everybody from Deontay Johnson down to Jalen Coker. I mean, hell, even David Moore, even though he dropped a beautiful pass from Bryce in the end zone the other day, and it was Sunday because my wife and kids were with me. We was all like, oh man, here we go.
Right.
But Devin Tompkins, okay. Now I do believe that Devin Tompkins will probably earn his spot on the team somewhere on special teams, kick, punt, return, backup. If something, were to happen to ISM or Raheem Blackshear. But I think that we have to take into consideration his route running, which is pretty decent. Okay. He was out there putting some moves on some of the members of our secondary and was looking good. So, like I said, they wanted competition. I think they got it. Okay, it's a lot of
Yeah.
competition in that wide receiver room right now. A lot of competition.
Good problem to have. Good problem to
Sure
have.
is. Go ahead, Tony.
Oh, I want to say, but starting tomorrow night in New England, there's a lot of guys that's going to have opportunities to build up their resume. You know what I'm saying? The
Mm-hmm.
preseason is the time of the season for resume building. I don't think we're going to see a lot of starters play this preseason for various reasons or whatnot, but a lot of guys that we want to see, especially like the competition at the wide receiver position. I just hope
Mm-hmm.
the quarterback play because we know Bryce Young is not playing game one. I just hope the quarterback play with Jack Plummer and Jake Luton. Well, I think that's his name. But anyway,
Yeah,
I
Jake
just hope the
Luton. Yep.
quarterback play is good enough to give these guys a decent opportunity to show what they have. So that's my only thing about that. But you have to make best with the opportunity that you presented. So we'll see.
Yep. Hey, and welcome to the stage, our good friend, our good buddy, our homie, C. Dougie from What's Up, Doug? How you doing, sir?
What's going on, Uncle Jerome? What's going on, Bernie?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing. Hey, ain't nothing, boy.
I told
Short
you I was
was
gonna do it,
good.
Doug.
Hey, I know. Hey, Tony, you got me. I already know what you're talking about. You got me good.
I
You
know.
got me
I know
good.
you know what I'm talking about.
You got me. No, hey, don't you worry. We looking better. Don't you worry about. We looking a lot better.
Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
yeah.
Yo.
But
Yo.
yeah, man, what's going
Hey,
on,
Uh-huh.
cousins?
not much, man. Not much. Sitting here talking about this here depth chart.
I
Depth
know,
chart.
and you know, I had to come on. I definitely was letting y'all get it off. I'm
Mhm.
gonna disagree with you, CJ, on 7 wide receivers. I'm gonna
Okay.
disagree with you. Only reason why I say that is because if you look at ISM, I'm gonna start with ISM. I'm gonna start with wide receivers that add something different than just playing wide receiver. You got ISM, and then you got what's the young man's name? Devin Tompkins. When you look at
Mm-hmm.
both
Yeah.
of those young men, they bring special teams and they bring wide receiver, especially ISM. I've been loving what everybody's been saying. I love how he even alluded. People must forgot when I was at Kansas City doing training camp before I got traded, I was the number one wide receiver out there. I was the number one
Mhm.
wide receiver in preseason. Um, then you bring in Deontay Johnson, you bring in a Jonathan Mingo, you you have an Xavier Legette that's resting up and healing up a foot injury. That's already 5 wide receivers I just named. Then you still
Mhm.
look at we didn't say anything about TMJ or Jalen Coker. Again, if we put Jalen Coker, do not sign him to the roster, he's gone
He's
automatically.
gone.
He's
Gone,
gone.
gone.
Yeah. Hey, but Doug, don't they? Isn't there something now with the practice squad players? Because I know we can have 16 on the practice squad, but isn't there something that they started either last year or the year before last to where they can protect certain players on the practice squad that keeps them from getting picked up from other teams. I forgot what it's called, but
I,
there's certain things or a certain way they can protect certain players on the practice squads, the ones they want to keep.
so what it is that's that 53-man roster or whatever, and then you can dress certain amount. That's what you're talking about.
Mm.
I know what you're talking about, the practice squad, because that's how Jay Newt. How you say, is it Lupton? Is that how you
Luton.
say it?
No, Luton. Jake
Luton.
Luton.
Jay
That's how,
Luton.
that's how Jay Luton got poached by the Saints. We have him
The
on the practice
Saints. Yep.
squad. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
practice
that's
squad does not.
MTM.
Yep.
MTM just said, yeah, you can practice, you can protect up to 4 practice squad players per week. So
Yeah, he if
they,
they go
yeah,
to
they,
practice squad, he better be there every week.
But it's gonna be hard though, because again, I talked about, is it the UFL. He got drafted in the UFL as well. He's not going to make it to the
Mhm.
UFL. But I'm looking at another type of football that's looking at a player that's already in the NFL. The UFL drafted him in the top 5. I forgot whatever team. But if you look at the money that they gave him, I know people even talking about the money that they gave Jack Plummer. Those are 2 individuals that were priority undrafted free agents. Even though I think
Mhm.
hmm
Jalen Coker's more important than Plummer right now, I think one
Not to
thing we
some
had to,
people.
uh, you already know. I already know. I'll say this when you say that, for all the Jack Plummer fans, you get your front row seat tomorrow. He hasn't played the
Ah,
NFL down.
boy.
He hasn't played the NFL down. If he lives up to the hype, then we may have something to talk about. But he's not going to start over Bryce. But tomorrow will be your day where you get to see first snaps with Jack Plummer being your starting quarterback. We'll see what he can do in the NFL. But
Well,
Mhm.
I can already see the headlines now. I can already see it.
yeah,
No,
I
you
mean,
know what, and I know we're kind of going off subject here a little bit, but I guarantee you, if Jack Plummer goes out there and just say like he takes him down the field on the first drive, and hold on, okay, just say Jack Plummer throws 3 passes, gets about 20, 30 yards, and just say we get a running play that takes it from there, runs it into the end zone. I guarantee you, my God,
yep,
everybody's gonna freak out. Jack
yep,
Plummer needs to start. Sit Bryce down. It's
yep,
it's over.
yep.
I'm waiting on it. I'm waiting on it, and I'm here for it because it's gonna be a good laugh for me. Gonna be a
Well,
good laugh.
the thing of it is, I want to know who's addressing. Again, see, we're going off topic. I'm gonna step what we're talking about, because I got a point that I want to talk about. But
Yeah.
with the depth
What
chart,
we
go ahead.
we gonna get into the game, the preseason game tomorrow here in a little bit. So let
Okay,
me go ahead and finish the depth chart and
but the
stuff too.
depth chart, I mean,
All right.
7 wide receivers, because I really think we're gonna keep 3 tight ends. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
I think CSI, that's what we call him, right, Tony? I think he may
Nah,
be out the
nah,
door.
NSA.
NSA, he may be out the door. He may finally be out the door, Tony. You might finally get your wish. You finally
Hey, I
might
ain't,
get your wish.
I'm not gonna lie. I like Jacob Hollister. Like I said earlier, if people don't remember, when we was having those back and forth battles with Seattle when Cam was quarterbacking and Greg was looking good and everything. Jacob Hollister was always sneaky, giving us that work. So I like Jacob Hollister as the potential third or maybe fourth tight end on this group. But I think he has a very, very good chance to make this roster.
I see.
Okay.
I see what Making True Money said. We keeping 4 tight ends. Hey, like I said, this is just the first preseason game, and what I've been
That's
hearing is your best. What's your saying, CJ? Your
Your
what?
best ability is your availability.
Okay. So he hasn't practiced what in a week and a half, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then what I'm hearing is JT Sanders is looking pretty good with the ones.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
He
So
is.
He is.
He,
like I
but I
said,
will say this. But the one thing that might keep Ian Thomas on this squad, if he does get healthy here pretty quickly, like making true money, he said his hands and athleticism has been in question.
it's that block.
But he's a decent blocker.
Yes, that
Okay,
block.
he's a decent blocker. And just say if Tommy
That's
Tremble,
debatable.
I mean that, but Tony, but I'm saying though, can you think of any other reason? And you know what? And I'm not trying to trash Ian Thomas at all. You know, the guy gave me an autograph the other day. You know, and I felt kind of bad because I was like, God, you know, he must don't know we be on here giving him hell. But
Yeah.
you
Did you
know,
send it to Tony?
Cool.
Tony, you actually know
Cool.
that's your birthday gift, right?
No, it ain't. And
man.
who birthday girl? Shit. Man, go ahead.
but but what I'm saying though, I mean, you know, that's one of the things that I think that he does pretty good. You know, he's a pretty good blocking tight end. But now you got Jatavion Sanders, who I think needs work. You Felipe Franks, Jacob Hollister, and Jesper Horsted. You know, I got to see it. You know, hopefully Tommy Tremble is back in time. You know, I think he will be. I think he's
He'll be back
close.
next week. He'll be back next
Okay.
week.
All right. Okay. You know, Tommy Tremble will be back. You know, we might be okay, but you know, we got to see. We got to see. All right. So let's slide to the offensive line. Okay.
Hey,
And with the
hey,
starters,
CJ,
yeah,
real
go ahead,
quick.
Doug.
I don't know how many people we got in the chat and watching on Twitter. We need to get the lights up. Again, if you are new over here, you enjoying the content, get the lights up. I know the lights are not where they need to be right now. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you're new over on X, hit that follow button. Again,
Yes, sir.
like I said, two fans
Yes,
in the
sir.
stands are on the hot streak right now, man. Let's keep them on the hot streak. Let's continue to. And if you're enjoying the content, hit that like button. Yeah, and you popping your collar, you don't got that. Keep
Yeah,
pounding
hey,
your shirt on.
yes, sir. Hey, let me tell you, your boy been out there just hey, tell you, man. Hey,
Yeah.
I've been on
Ain't
it,
no doubt
cuz I've
about it.
been on it.
Hey,
Hey,
Sir.
sitting in them uncomfortable ass
round of
bleachers.
applause. Round of applause for CJ, man, because he definitely
Hold on,
has been on
hold
his
on.
game.
Hey, when you said that, I forgot we got that in
He,
the
he
thing.
never misses a moment, dog. He never
I
misses a moment.
never do, never do.
But nah, he definitely been on his game, man. He
Yes, sir.
definitely been on
Hey,
his game.
look, been out there dodging the video popo at practice. Where you looking down, little dude with a hat and a gray beard sitting up there staring at you like this right here, like, you know, then you start pointing, and I be sitting, I have my phone up like this, and I'll be like, like it wasn't me.
Yeah,
But all right. Well, let's slide on to the tight end. So with with the offensive line. With the starters, nothing out of the ordinary here. You got Icky at left
right.
tackle, Damian Lewis at left guard, Austin Corbett at center, Robert Hunt at right guard, and Taylor Moton at right tackle. Okay. Now I do believe that the backup for Taylor Moton was supposed to be Yash Nyman. But he is hurt or maybe I don't know if he was supposed. Yeah, not Yash Nyman. But now we got what's my man name? Badara Traore. He's the backup.
Yeah,
Okay, so what got me here is look at the second string center, Cade Mays. Okay, followed by Brady Christensen, followed by Andrew Ram. Okay, when I saw Andrew Ram's name there, I'm like, well, hell, what the hell did we sign him for? You know, to be behind the last year's starting guard who is taking snaps at center. I don't know what y'all think about
well,
that one.
one thing I do like the fact that K Mays is the backup center. I know
Mm,
he hasn't played any significant amount of snaps at the center position in the league, but coming out of high school and college, K Mays played every position from center to right guard to right tackle. And on his draft profile, one of the things they said about K Mays that he can potentially be a Pro Bowl center than he would be at left tackle. Like guard and center were the two positions they felt that he can have longevity in the NFL with. So he does has experience. He does have experience playing center. I can't remember if it was at Tennessee or Georgia because he started his collegiate career at Tennessee and then transferred to Georgia. But I
Mm-hmm.
like K Mays at the center position over Brady Christensen. Reason and the second reason is he's a bigger body. You know, K Mays is about 325, 330. Brady Christensen light in the ass, just like Austin Corbett is. So, but yeah, I definitely like K Mays being the backup center over Brady Christensen and Jerame. I mean, you know, he came as an undrafted free agent. I don't think it was no guarantee. He didn't sign no guarantee or anything like that. So hey, he could end up being another camp body, or he can show the potential that he can leapfrog some of these guys. Maybe a Brady Christensen, but I think Brady Christensen has too much versatility. You know, where he can play guard or tackle. So you know, we had to see what you had to get him where he fit in.
Yeah. Yep. And then we got Big Chandler Zavala,
Yeah.
coming in behind Damian.
Yeah. Yeah.
Going in
Yeah,
behind Damian Lewis at left guard.
Boy.
yeah. The same way you feel about Chandler, I feel about Ian.
Boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
Boy.
Hey, well, I mean, it's still camp, but there are a few plays from good
Let's
old
see.
Zavala where you just like, what
Okay,
you
he
doing out
started
there,
at
buddy?
Georgia, then finished.
Well,
Okay.
Says
Yeah, I
brothers, it
knew
says
I knew it was
okay.
one way either it was one way or the other. I couldn't remember exactly. But yeah. I know he's from Tennessee. So he started at Georgia and went to Tennessee. Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, Austin.
Hey, hold on. Look, what up, Fishbowl? He said they should have them like lifeguards at the pool, guys in tall chairs watching for video, and then blow the whistle when they see someone creating content. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. One dude just appeared out of nowhere, tapped me on the shoulder, and I'm sitting there like, "Where did you come from?" Because I wasn't even trying to film anything. I had just picked my phone up, and I mean, he was
Yeah.
right there, and I was just like, "Oh, okay, nah, bro. Well, I'm not gonna go through your phone." I'm sitting there like, "Nah, cuz I'm not gonna let you. You gonna have to kick me out first." But
For
yeah, but
real.
that is funny, Fishbowl. Appreciate you, y'all. Hold on. Uncle Quan said, all jokes aside, shout out to CJ for holding it down for the fans on the ground. So, yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate it, Uncle Quan. I appreciate it. But hey, you know what? That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. I was lucky enough. I put in a bunch of vacation requests, and my boss said put it on the calendar. And I said, well, I'll be damned. I ain't never added stuff to my work calendar so fast in my life. So big shout out to my boss Ben for letting me get these days off so I can bring this stuff to you. But
hey,
I'm
he
I'm
should.
Yeah,
happy to
shout
oblige
out B.
everybody.
Hey,
Yeah.
Tony, he should be fired because he called me. He told me to shut up. He missed two plays that I needed to see about Ike Ikwanu. So he ain't been on the job all the time. HR is gonna see your little notice in the mail because we need
Hey,
you.
but you know what though? But you know what though? On that particular day, this was the first time that I had seen them doing the one-on-one offensive line and defensive line drills. And
Mm-hmm,
then on the other side of the field, on the other field, they were doing the running back blocking drills with the linebackers.
mm-hmm.
So I was
Mm,
trying to go back and forth, and I got a clip of Lil Jagan Sheridan getting, just pushed straight to the dirt. That was
bless his
crazy.
heart.
But
Bless
then it's
his
like
heart.
every time I tried to switch back, I always switch back, and then the rep with Icky, they would just snap the ball. And I had put on Twitter, that Icky, I missed the clips, but Icky got beat twice. Now,
Mm-hmm.
mind you, on my angle, the clip that Joe Person put up there, it did look a lot better from his angle. But there was another clip where Icky did get kind of beat on the inside swim move because as soon as the rep was over, Icky kind of stood up and turned around. The offensive line coach was chewing his ass out. Okay.
Mm,
So there was
okay.
that Joe Person. I don't think he got both of those reps, but there were two reps. Now the second one, I give Icky credit. Now mind you, if Bryce had been in there and he stepped up in the pocket, that might have been a bad day because Chase on again got him on a little bit of a spin move to the inside, but I'll give Icky credit. I'll give him a solid rep for that one. Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
Okay.
I just gotta give you a hard time.
It's
But
all good, man. It's all good. It's all good. All
hey,
right. And
I want to say
go
with the
ahead.
trenches though, I just feel like I'm surprised Tony has not really. I ain't gonna say go in, but he really hasn't harkened on the trenches. Like Taylor Moton had back to back vet days. Damian Lewis has went down. Austin Corbett had a vet day. Um, what else? I think the only person that has not missed a day of practice is Icky,
Yeah.
and that's it out the starting line. And Robert Hunt.
Robert Hunt.
And
Yeah,
Robert Hunt.
Icky and Robert
Yeah.
Hunt haven't missed any days. Yeah.
And for me, from what I'm hearing, what I loved was I want to. I'm never mind. I was about to say something. I was gonna say I was gonna give Austin Corbett credit, but he did a one-on-one drill with Shy Tuttle. Now, if he did what he did with Derek Brown, I'll feel a lot comfortable. And I think I know what CJ thinks I knows what I'm talking about. When they were doing offense and defensive line, I mean, Austin
Yeah.
Corbett didn't really move, which was a good sign. But I need to see him do
Mm-hmm.
that with the Derek Brown, the Ashawn Robinson, Nick Thurman. I need to see him do with one of the bigger defensive linemen than a Shy Tuttle. Um,
Yeah.
one thing for
Because
me,
there
I can agree with that.
Because hey, there was another clip I got with Robert Hunt getting in a rep with Derek Brown.
yep,
Now, mind you, Robert Hunt kind of held up, but Derek Brown damn sure pushed that man back in that proverbial backfield.
yeah.
You know when the play was over, they were at least 4 to 5 yards back from where they started.
Yeah,
But I mean that is Derek Brown, so hey,
yeah.
hopefully we can chalk it up to that.
So, like I
Yeah.
said, for me, I think the offensive line it's a hit or miss. Honestly, it's really hit or miss right now. Again, you really won't know until this week. And Lord, I thank you because it's getting closer and closer. I can't wait. I really cannot wait because you really don't know. You really do not know.
You right. You absolutely
Yeah.
right. Absolutely right. All right. Now, QB, we all know Bryce Young, Andy Dalton, Jack Plummer, Jake Luton. Okay, and running back, same story. You got Chuba Hubbard, Miles Sanders, Raheem Blackshear, Mike Boone, and then coming in fifth and sixth string, you have Jaden Sheridan and Dylan Johnson. Now you got to factor in Jonathan Brooks into this equation. So whoever, if they do keep 4 running backs, whoever makes that spot will probably, be moved to practice squad or whatever when Jonathan Brooks is healthy and ready to go. Okay. All right. So that is the offense. Now let's move over to the defense. Okay. And a lot of this is not that, new on here. It's kind of expected. You got the defensive ends, Derek Brown, Ashawn Robinson, defensive tackle, Shy Tuttle, outside linebackers, Jadeveon Clowney, DJ Johnson, inside linebacker, Shaq Thompson, Josie Jewell. Shaq is not playing right now, so I'm going to assume that maybe Trevin Wallace gets to start. We'll see. Secondary, you got J.C. Horn, Dane Jackson, Xavier Woods, Jordan Fuller, and nickel spot you have Troy Hill. Now there are a couple things on here that I scratched my head at a little bit. Now for a lot of practice that I've seen before DJ Johnson, was fully practicing, I saw Kaylavon Chason and Jadeveon Clowney lined up on either side of the defensive line. So when this depth
Right.
chart came out, I kind of assumed that it would be Clowney and Chason. But as you see here, it's Clowney and DJ Johnson. All right. And I've seen Clowney kind of tearing things up, most of the camp. All right. Chason has made some good plays too. Now, from my angles, the only time I really seen DJ Johnson do a lot of things, it was a couple plays where I think it was some miscommunication on the offensive line, and he got some free runs straight to Bryce. But I'm sure he'll play tomorrow, so we'll get to see what he's going to do. What did Quan say? Hold on, put that back up there, Tony.
Of course. Him and Mr. Hunky Dog, I don't know who they talking about.
Oh,
He said half eaten Bo-Berry biscuit.
oh my God. Okay, I see it. I see it.
Oh
I see it.
God.
I see it. Oh man. Yeah. But yeah, but that one did surprise me just a little bit. Also, another one. You have Deshaun Jameson. Okay, I thought Deshaun Jameson would probably be where DiCaprio Boodle is for that second string spot. So you have Lamar Jackson and DiCaprio Boodle, and then Deshaun Jameson is third with Willie Drew. Okay, the man with the two first names.
Mm.
Another one, Jaden Crumedy. Now I know he was a 6th-round pick, but they got him second behind TJ Smith. And I will be perfectly honest with you, I have not paid the defensive line quite as much attention, during camp as I have everything else, because the times that I have gotten some tickets going to VIP side, the defensive tackles and defensive ends, they practice all the way in the corner next to the general admission entrance. And then when I'm over there on the general admission side, they're all the way to the left. And then they got the covers over the bleachers, which are real nice, but there's a bunch of poles in the way, and there's not really a good way to get good shots of them over there working out. But as far as I can tell, they've been doing okay. But what do y'all think about the defensive depth chart?
Panther dog, what's happening? Go ahead, Doug.
I was gonna let you go.
Oh,
I'll go. I'll go.
well,
If you think I can go. I mean, it's
go
nothing.
ahead.
Again, it's nothing right now. Like I think we said it yesterday. I'm not gonna get overzealous or get excited about us playing against each other. There's nothing really to say. Again, we did the same thing last year. Oh, this particular player looks good. Oh, Bryce is doing this. Derrick Brown, which we know, I'm just using this as an analogy. Oh, Derrick Brown's doing X, Y, and Z. Clowney's wrecking it in training camp. Until we see another jersey on the opposite side of us, I'm not going to bite or I'm not going to drink the Kool-Aid like I did last year. That's where I said next week is a true week to determine what we see from this team from practice all the way to preseason game number 2. Not saying tomorrow's not important because that's important, but if you're talking from the starters and you're talking about from getting good reps, next week it starts on what Thursday and then we play Saturday. Tomorrow, like if
Yeah.
TJ plays, that's great. If who else can I think of? Jalen Coker, if he plays, what can Trevin Wallace show us? What can who else? A Cromedy can what can he show us? What can a Shot Tuttle show us? What can DiCaprio Buddha, like players that we may need.
Boodle, Doug. Boodle.
Oh,
Don't call
Boodle,
that man
Boodle,
Buddha. I'm
Boodle,
sorry, Doug. I'm sorry.
Boodle. My bad. But like players like that, we really need
Oh
to see
God.
though. JT Saunders, I really want to see what he can do. I don't think he's going to play a lot. The only reason why I say that is because with the tight end room that we have right now, I do think he will get some snaps, but you almost
Mhm.
have to be careful with him because if he goes out, then that's another issue. Yes. Also Michael Bear, I love that as well. I really think he will be good as well too. You know what I said our defense.
Okay.
Our new.
Gotcha. Hey, and shout out to Mr. Hunky Dory again for the
Nope.
$5 super chat. He said, Doug, you
Yeah,
not
Mr.
upset that
Uncle
our
Door.
defense blowing up our new $365 million offense.
Nope.
Explain, sir.
I'm not.
Mr. Hunky Dory might be talking about that clip I put up.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm really
They
not
got
because
over
Thank you again, Miss Hunky Dory.
125,000 views.
like I'm for
Boy.
let's really be real. Are we really gonna be excited about it? Again, what does you going against your own, probably not going full strength? What does it mean? Because
Mhm.
again, we were
That's
doing
true.
we were doing this last year, and what happened? I really can't
Yeah.
believe Quentin Williams came in and
Yeah.
said, "Oh, I had about 20 sacks." Everybody, even media people, like, there's no way you had 20 sacks. There's no
Yeah.
way you had 20 sacks.
He
Yeah.
probably had
And
like
I
five.
and one play, I know it caused a lot of hoopla and stirred up a lot of negativity, when the clip was put out, either by us or other content creators. But we can't just trashed offensive line because of one bad looking play. You know what I mean? I just can't air them out like that. You know what I mean? So like I said, the preseason, this is the time of the year where a lot of guys going to get an opportunity, especially second and third stringers, undrafted free agents. They're going to get the opportunity to put um to pad their resume, so to speak. The starters are probably going to play in the second preseason game. They're going to get a lot of work in the joint practices.
Mhm.
So until I really start seeing them, popping pass with other teams,
Mhm.
then I can kind of get a gauge of, what we working with. But right now, going against each other in practice, we don't know exactly what kind of, what they're working on, whether it's the scheme or the defense or, offense. We just don't know. So I'm not gonna just air them out just because of one mistake, you know,
Okay. All
even though it
right.
looked
Cool.
bad, like
Yeah.
real bad. But
Yeah, and look, and we gonna get into it in a second here, and I didn't put up a slide about the special teams, but we got JJ Jansen as long snapper, Johnny Hecker is the punter, Eddie P followed by Harrison Mevis as the kickers. Then we have Raheem Blackshear as the starting kick returner. ISM is a starting punt returner, and they switched that up. Second, ISM is the second string kick returner, and Blackshear is the second string punt returner, followed both by Tompkins and David Moore. And also, hold on, shout out to Shannon Tyler with the 499 super chat. Appreciate you.
what's
It
going
might
on,
have been
Shannon?
a super
Appreciate you,
sticker.
sir.
Hey, appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All
Hey,
right.
hey,
Go
CJ,
ahead, Doug.
can I
Mm-hmm.
say this? If what Panther Dog just said, if that happens, I'm letting you know I'm getting kicked out next week.
What you
I
saying?
face right. Read the comment what he just said. If it
Oh,
happens next week,
Mm.
oh,
oh yeah, I'm getting kicked out. I'm just letting you know. I'll be at the gate. I'll be at the gate waiting on you.
Yeah,
I
nah,
would,
hey, no, hey, look here, bro. You riding with me to practice that day. You start some shit.
yeah.
You on your own, bro. Talking about I'll be at the gate. You be at the gate. I'll be at the house. I'm tell you to
no,
get your ass an Uber.
I'm saying I'll be at the gate. I'll be at the gate while you still at practice.
Damn,
I'll just be
Doug.
sitting out
You
there
see
waiting
how
on
you do
somebody
you?
to come join me. No, no, I'm with him because I don't want. But I'm serious. If we give up
Oh,
11,
you saying you just gonna be at the gate? You just gonna leave? I got you. Okay, my bad. My
no,
bad. My
no.
bad.
What I'm saying is they're gonna have to kick me out, and I don't want you to associate yourself with me. I'll be waiting at the gate till practice over with.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Oh, that's
Hold
what you're
on, hold on,
saying.
hold
Oh,
on.
so hold on. So I'm gonna have to open the side door in the van and
It
let
don't
you
matter.
run and jump in.
It don't matter. Look, my boy Quan got me laughing. Now Quan, we on two different platforms. Don't say I'm the Pookie fan, because trust me, we got the tape out there on you, my brother. We got the tape out on you. But I'm telling you, if there's 11 sacks by one player next week, I'm telling you, y'all
That's
think we're
wild.
imploding right now? You're
Hmm.
talking about $150 million on two guards. Then
Yeah.
God forbid if Austin Corbett gets hurt next week. I know I ain't even
Hmm.
gonna hit the link next week. I know Tony gonna
Hey,
lose his mind.
well, hey, well, you know what? Well, hold on, Doug. Let's hold that because we're going to get into the Jets practice and stuff
Okay, okay, my
here
bad,
in a little bit
my
too.
bad, my
And no,
bad.
no, you good. All right, but so this is the defense, okay? And I told you about the special teams as well. All right.
Mhm.
So our next slide here, we're just going to talk about a
Hold
quick
on.
recap of what's that?
What what did Mr. Hunky Dory say right here? He said 336 as the point. Scroll back up. What was his point?
Was it this
It's
one or the
don't
comment
have
about
two
Icky?
returners with the new kickoff rules. I'm not exactly sure. 336 Boston. Maybe Doug can speak more to that. I'm anxious to see what the new kickoff is going to look like. Now I have seen it in the UFL, and but I never really paid it attention. I never really paid that much attention to it until the NFL said they were going to start implementing the new kickoff rule, and there was going to be some tweaks to it or whatnot. But I'm really anxious to see what it's going to look like tomorrow night against New England. So that's a good question though, but I'm not exactly sure if they're gonna have one or two.
Hey, now let me say this. I think I did put a clip or two on Twitter about the kick returns. Now, what I have seen when they were back there returning kicks, because now this was a few practices ago. XL was back there. Now he never fielded a kick, but he would be back there with either like Tompkins or Blackshear, ISM, whoever was taking the reps. They would catch the ball, and XL would kind of be like, you know, the first blocker for him, I guess you would say. So that's what I saw. I don't know. Oh, he said they had two during the Hall of Fame game. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Yeah,
I don't know if it's if both are going to be not eligible, but both are you know, depending on if they kick the ball to the left or right, you know, if either
right.
one of them can return. But like I said, I have seen two people back there. Okay. But like I said,
Okay.
it was usually one person returning the punt and then somebody else kind of getting out and blocking
The
for him.
lead
But
blocker. Yeah.
but whoever was kind of that lead blocker, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think I saw them switch roles and catch a punt either. And especially talking about XL, because XL was back there kind of being like the lead blocker sometime, but he never caught a punt and returned it. So I don't
That's
know if
right,
that
Panther
helps out a little
dog.
bit.
That's why I
Yeah.
thought it was one in the XFL. So
Oh,
he said
okay.
it's gonna be
Gotcha.
two in the NFL. Okay.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, there you go, folks. Appreciate you, Panther Dog. All right. But just a quick recap of week 2. From my perspective, being there, there was some ups and downs, and I kind of, you know, kind of got it depicted on the screen just a little bit by some of the pictures I put on here. Jatavian Sanders has looked good. One of my players that I am anxious to see what he's going to do, especially tomorrow night, is Kaylavon Chason. All right, over here on this side, you got Miles Sanders. Now, when I tell you Miles Sanders has been running with attitude, okay, he has definitely been running with the attitude. And when I know it's practice, but when he gets the ball, he has been making it like a point to like finish plays. You know what I mean? Like he's been trying to
Hitting the
run through
hole
arm
hard.
tackle. Yeah, hitting the whole hard.
Yeah.
And, you know, taking all the way to the end zone. And I think I don't know if this was this week, it might have been last week, but almost, you know, not almost, but to the point where he started, you know, I don't know, not really talking trash, but he was, you know, just saying something to the line of reporters that were there. You know, I don't know if he felt like, you know, they disrespected him last year or whatever, you know, but he definitely had something to say to them. Bryce Young, and I got this picture up here, and I got a clip of it too, but he said that I think it was Kay Adams. She asked him about the unscripted throws that he's been doing in practice and whether he has more of a more leeway to make those throws under Canales, you know, and he was like, yes. And you can see it when he rolls out of the pocket and it's like, all right, let me make something happen. Let me go ahead and find this wide receiver or find this running back. You know, he's been making some, you know, some unscripted throws, and he had a nice one to Terrace Marshall for a touchdown in I want to say it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
and then so the picture down here in the corner, you know, I had to put a little bit of defense on here too. There was a day, and I think it was maybe Monday. I think it was not Monday. Yeah, Monday. Well, the defense really had its day. Okay.
Mhm.
Clowney was all over the place. The offensive line looked bad that day, and it was just not a stellar day for the offense. Okay, but you know,
Gotcha.
overall, I like what I'm seeing. And again, I'm gonna stress this. Y'all gonna get tired of me saying this. I'm gonna wait till we see something tomorrow, you know, and next week and the week after that before, you know, I give my you know my thoughts and my opinions on how I think we truly stand. But I think all in all, week 2 was a good week. A lot of injuries though. Lot of injuries. And it
Right.
seems like
Right.
we keep bringing in these players, you know, I don't know what's going on. They're bringing them in, then they're getting hurt, and then they sign them. I mean, I'm sorry, they sign them, then they're getting hurt. So I don't know what's going on with that. But you know, hopefully, the injury bug will be a thing that we can get out of the way now. All right. I will take it if somebody was to, step back from 6 months in the future and say, hey, all your injuries are going to be right now. Once the season start, y'all be okay. I take that any day of the week. So, maybe I can talk that into existence.
Yeah.
But maybe I can talk
You
that, but
want
yeah. But
No, I was
go
gonna say
ahead.
before we move on, before we get started, listen, get
Mhm.
those likes up if you are following us on YouTube. Hit that like button. If you're on Twitter, do us a favor, hit that follow button. And if you would, click over or go over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and possibly also become a member. Right now, CJ has it what he called free 99. We would greatly appreciate it, So yeah, man, hit that like button, get those likes up, and we'll greatly appreciate it.
All right, all right, all right. But you know what though? Before we move on, you know what? We can go ahead and look at a few of these clips here. And let me go ahead and get this up here. Get back to my layers here.
Yeah, let's see. Go through a couple of these. While you doing that? Q Slayton, what up, ho?
And for those of y'all that don't know, Q Slayton was getting on Tony and myself about because we have our two fans in the stands Twitter page, but we're both on there from time to time commenting, and a lot of times when Tony comments, he'll go Tony. So he got on there. He was like, side note, this ain't got nothing to do with football. He said, what's funny, he said, why y'all keep identifying y'all? He said, if y'all don't just go and get your own damn Twitter accounts. And it's funny because I've been had mine. It's just that I'm not on it that much, especially here in the last since training camp started. I've been not been on it at all because I've been posting stuff on our main page. So that's a little content behind that right there.
Hey, and furthermore, the reason why I say what's up, ho, because if for y'all that don't know, that's Nakari, and Nakari name on Twix is Ho Gobble Gobble.
Uh,
So, yeah, that's why I said that.
you don't got to
But
explain
yeah, but
yourself. You
but
don't got
shout
to
out to
explain
you, my
yourself.
man. We appreciate you. All right,
No,
but
I know I don't, but it
No,
was
I'm
funny. I
joking.
just couldn't
Look,
wait to say that.
Tony, I'm joking with you. Look, we heard you.
Um,
We heard you.
yeah.
yeah, but a couple plays here that I bookmarked, and a lot of these came from yesterday. But this was when they started doing the one-on-one drills. Let me see here. Okay, so this is Clowney versus Taylor Moton. Okay,
Good
now
rep by Moulton.
good rep by Moton. But I will say this: that's a good rep by Moton if those interior guards can keep the interior pass rush away from Bryce. Because if he gets, those interior linemen pushed back into his face, this is going to be a repeat of last year. Okay, he didn't have anywhere to step up. I'm just saying, just saying.
No. I was no. I feel you. That made what you said made sense. I'm just looking at Robert Hunt, and I don't see too many people pushing Robert Hunt back. that,
Okay, all
that
right, glad.
that.
I'm, I'm,
I
I'm
mean,
I'm glad. I'm glad
I
you
know he
said
had
that.
that rep with Derek Brown. I know that. Cool. But a lot of
Here
times
it is.
too. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
But
Now I know
yeah.
it's Derek Brown.
But I mean, technically, Robert Hunt still won that rep. I
Okay.
mean, you know, but a lot of times what you would see in gameplay, you won't see a lot of one-on-ones like that in the game,
Mm-hmm.
especially with the interior offensive lineman, because you're always getting a chip or a block from the other guard or the center position or something like
Mm-hmm.
that. This is just this is just a drill that all teams do, whether it's high school, college, or pros. Just one-on-one, just man up, just see what you can do, just
Okay.
one-on-one like that. But the schemes will look different come game time.
Okay. All right. In this play here, hold on. Go back. Okay, now this is what I was talking about with Bryce going off script with the off script throws. Now this was a play where, if you look at it, if I'm not mistaken, they did a bit of a stunt here. And then you got Shy Tuttle,
RPO.
Derek Brown coming around them. Okay, so now Hunt, not Hunt, but I forgot who that is right there. They pick up Derek Brown, but look at Big Shy Tuttle. Okay,
Whoa,
Shy Tuttle
Hmm.
pause,
got it.
pause, pause. What you
Go
just
ahead.
said before you said Shot Tuttle name?
I said Big Shy Tuttle.
That joker is not big. He's undersized. You not
You know,
we not gonna do that. We not gonna do
Doug,
that.
shut up.
CJ,
I'm
we
trying.
not gonna do that.
I'm trying to give the man some credit for this one play here. Okay, I
I'll
ain't
be
seen
quiet.
much
I'll
of
be
it.
quiet. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
I ain't seen much of. I'm trying to give the man a little bit of credit
I,
for this one
I
play.
apologize.
Oh my
Tony
You good? You
God.
good, Doug? You good?
Tony Weezy. I just can't believe you said Big Shot Tuttle. The way that man got tramp
Oh,
stamp and Trump stamp, whatever you want to say, stumped in the ground. He got stumped in the ground plenty of time by offensive linemen. So we're not gonna sit here and act like he can just do something in practice just for one day
I
and put big.
hey like I said, it was one play. I'm just giving the man credit for one
oh,
play because
Hey,
he's the
kick
reason
Quan
on
out.
this
Hold on.
play.
Kick Quan out. I'm done. Kick Quan out this chat right now. Kick,
Oh God. Okay.
oh
All right.
God.
Back to the play, y'all. Back to the play. Lord
Oh,
Tony done took his glasses off. Jesus Christ. All right. Back to the play. So I'm okay. I'm giving. I said big shot to him on
oh,
this one because he got his hand up in Robert Hunt's face. He pushed him back, and he is the
oh.
reason why Bryce had to roll out on this play. So that's why I'm giving a little bit of props on this play here. Okay. So Bryce gets out of the pocket. TMJ touchdown. And hold on. I gotta see if I can see it here. At the end of this play, so here's Bryce right here, and here is JC Horn. And if I'm not mistaken, if oh my God. If I'm not mistaken, JC Bryce was talking a little bit of trash on the sidelines to the JC Horn over there. And
Yeah,
as kind of quiet and humble as our quarterback is, I'm hoping that this is a good sign. Okay, not saying it is, not saying it isn't, but I hope it's a good sign. I would love to see Bryce out there talking shit. You know what I mean? I love to see him get to the point where he feel like he make a good play and he can go and jaw at it with somebody. I'd love to see it. Okay,
yeah, yeah, no doubt.
but
But
yeah.
you know what? I know he, like you said, he had that interview with Kay Adams, and he
Hmm.
said he has a little bit more leeway with off scripted throws. But it was something that Dave Canales mentioned um early on when he first got the job, that he want Bryce to be comfortable with taking off. And if you remember, this is kind of what Bryce did when he was at Alabama. He didn't sit back in the pocket a lot and throw from the pocket. He did a lot of he made a lot of his plays and things scrambling, outside the
Hmm.
pocket, whether he got outside the tackle or not. He was always moving off his spot, always looking for a throwing lane. And I like the fact that Dave Canales is giving him the opportunity. If you can't find nothing in 2.7 seconds, move. Either run
Yeah.
with it, you know, move your feet and create a play. And that looks like what he's doing. I could be wrong, but this is kind of reminiscent of the Bryce that you saw at Alabama.
Hmm. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let me go on to the next one here. Hold on. There is. Oh, you know what? I did miss one. I did mean to put that one with Adam Thielen. He had a nice pass to Adam Thielen in here. Okay, but this is the play in question that
Hmm.
we were talking about. Now, this is the view before I kind of chopped it up. Okay, so look like play action on here, but Derek Brown gives Timo the swim move of a lifetime. Okay. And
He
then
did. That
Ashawn
was
Robinson
nasty
got
work.
past Corbett. Okay. But now let me
I
slow this
wish,
down.
I wish we had the all 22
I
version
know.
of this where I can like really dissect and break that down because it looks like
Mm-hmm.
he came from the three technique and he hit him with the outside swim move.
Yep.
Yep.
Ooh, good
Hey,
lord.
because
That
okay, now my
that was
thing is now
nasty work.
look at Taylor Moton on this play. He's going inside, and
So the
Derek
whole
Brown is
the
just
whole
like,
line is moving to the left.
yeah, the whole line's moving to the left, and Derek
Hmm.
Brown was just like, no sir, because if you see
Yeah.
Josie Jules coming in on the blitz, all right,
Look at
so
that
you got
swim
Jordan
move.
Matthews, he picks up Kenny Dyson right there, but yeah, but look, I mean, look at that swim move. By the time Taylor,
Ooh.
look at him. Look at him. And the crazy thing is, so then you got Big Ashawn right there. Now, I think that Zavala, who's number 62,
Oh,
he left Corbett out to dry. Okay. He
I would
that's
definitely
not
left
the
Corbett out to
first
dry, in my
time.
opinion.
That's not the first
I
time. That's not the first time that he's done that. It's
Okay.
not.
who, Derek Brown?
No,
No, Chandler
Zavala.
Zavala.
It's not. I mean,
Oh,
Chandler
Mm-hmm.
no,
Zavala
no.
is
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Zavala.
well.
The
See,
the the
go ahead. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead,
Huh,
no,
no,
no, no, go ahead. I was just gonna say he horrible.
no,
He
no. I was
horrible.
just
That's
gonna say
all.
he's two games I remember, and if Lord forgive me if I say the game he got hurt. Did he get hurt in the Detroit Lions game?
I don't remember.
Who? Chandler Zavala?
Yes.
Shit, I don't know. He stayed hurt throughout the season. He
I
came
was
into the
It's in
game.
dog water.
He started the season hurt.
well. I
Yeah.
would say this, and when CJ posted this clip. Shout at him for making this clip because when I
Fat
asked him,
corn.
I said, did you have Clowney? Oh, no, I said, imagine Clowney, DB, and Ashawn Robinson doing, and DB and Ashawn doing, what did we say, a stunt double? And then
Mm-hmm.
both of them coming through the same hole with Clowney coming outside. You talking about a
Mm-hmm.
wrecking train? And I ain't
Yeah.
gonna use the term that I use on the phone with CJ. But when I said when you doing stuff like this, yeah, I ain't gonna use
Uh
that term. But if you do stuff like this, and yes, this is our offensive line, but when you look at the things that they're doing, where Tony alluded, Derrick Brown's never had a running mate. We said that he's never had what a Star Latule and KK Short had. He's never
yeah.
had.
Exactly.
We know
Exactly.
he's really. I mean, Shy Tuttle was a player that came in that did not start. When he came to Carolina, he started. Then when you look at it, when you bring in an Ashawn Robinson that's top, I think is he top 10, Tony, in run stopping? Or am I correct?
Yep.
And you
Something like that. Yeah.
and then both him and Derek B were top graded. Now you have a running mate where people were crying that we couldn't stop the run. Now you put a Clowney on the opposite end where Chason is getting reps, and now from what I've heard, Dave Canales and Clowney say DJ Johnson has been wrecking ish, and then you
Yeah.
bring in what's the boy that's hurt right now? God dang it, his
DJ Warner.
and then you bring in a
DJ
DJ
Warner.
Wanham. You may have a group now, and again, this is drinking Kool Aid, but you may have a group.
All right, duh.
That's you may have a group now that's gonna get you more than 23 sacks just from a defensive line, just from yes one play that you can see, but
I hope
again,
so.
23 sacks is horrible. That's absolutely horrible.
Mm,
So what I like is again, this goes back to us not even seeing film yet. When we already knew the potential of having Derrick Brown with a Clowney and an Ashawn Robinson, it has to mesh. But if that other
yeah.
end on the opposite side of Clowney gives you something productive, we may be talking about something that we can go ahead and check off right now that you're going to have a run stopping defense and you're going to be able to get sacks from your D line. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now
Yeah.
336 bars and said we have all run stoppers and zero pass rushers on
that's
the
not true.
defensive line.
We
Okay, so we
Yeah.
had we
I don't
had
think that's
one pass rusher. We had one elite pass rusher last year. Still only ended up with 23 sacks for the season. So
mhm.
my thing now is I do think Shy Tuttle and what's my man name, but Deshaun Robinson last year that started. They kind of they kind of disappeared in my opinion, and it was all left up to Derrick Brown, and then you had uh damn Brian Burns. I'm sorry. He had Derrick Brown, Brian Burns, and then whoever else was on the other outside
Frankie
Why,
Louvu got
linebackers.
back there.
YGM?
Yes, because yeah, he didn't play that much either. He
YGM
got
had
hurt
two
after.
two and a half sacks, I think, last year.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
had 2.5 sacks. But but I will say this, 336 Boston. I think that if we can get some added pressure up the middle, okay, hopefully Shy Tuttle can have a bounce back season. And from what I've seen from Ashawn Robinson, I'm not doubting him at all. I think he would be just fine. Okay.
Yeah.
I think if he may not consistently get hands on the quarterback, but I think from what I've seen at camp, he's going to be pushing a lot of guards, back into that lap of the opposing quarterback. Okay, and that's what I'm
Yeah.
hoping for. That's what I've seen so far. Now, mind you, these are our guards, and we are, talking a lot about our offensive line, but hopefully that can translate to other teams.
Well, and traditionally, you don't see a whole lot of sacks coming from your D tackles. You know what I'm saying? Your D tackles are your nose guards. Basically, what you want those guys to do, you want them to be able to apply pressure, wreak havoc, cause disruption, get the quarterback to move off his spot, and that's what your edge rushers, or your defensive ends are designed to do, to pick up
Mm-hmm.
the pressure created by your defensive tackles and your nose guard. Now, Derrick Brown last year had 2 sacks. Even when he came out of Auburn, he wasn't known, or that wasn't his MO. He wasn't a big sack artist. He was a big disruptor. He, caused the quarterback to move off his spot. He was just a defensive terror on the defensive line. Same thing with Ashawn Robinson when he was coming out of Alabama. He wasn't a big
Mm-hmm.
sack guy, but he was a big disruptor. So the thing last year, I think our main Achilles heel last year when it came to defense, that everybody knew that they could run on the Panthers. Well, I don't think that's going to be the topic of discussion this year. I think Carolina did what they needed to do to show up the run game. So if you show up the run game and you can stop the run, that forces team to pass. So hopefully we can have a decent pass defense to make up for whatever pressure that the defensive line causes, and causes the offense to pass. So that's what I'm hoping to see.
Yeah. And 336 Boston said, so we're manufacturing sacks in Tuttle. But what I'm saying is my hope is that the interior of the defensive line as a whole, okay, Brown, Tuttle, and Robinson, can put more pressure up front in the face of the quarterback, which will hopefully allow our defensive ends to, it's going to be up to them to get past those tackles and get pressure on the quarterback. Kind of the same thing we saw with Bryce last year with us. Okay, Bryce had a lot of pressure in his face, center, both guard spots, and then those defensive tackles. Those outside linebackers or defensive ends. He had no way to step up, and when that pocket closed in
Mhm.
on him, they were right there. So that's what I'm hoping. I'm not saying trying to manufacture, sacks or anything. I'm hoping that, and we talked about this yesterday when we was over there on Black Cat Panther podcast. We was talking about, nobody really it says that Clowney is an elite pass rusher. Hit the most sacks he's ever had. I think it was like 9 in the season, 8 or 9 or something. But my thing is, shoot, if we can get 8 out of Clowney this year, and hopefully 7 to 8 from DJ Woonem, if he, and I don't know when he's coming back. If he could come back and be ready for the beginning of the season, or shit, if whoever's on the other side can get 5 or 6 sacks, I think we'll be in a better spot than we were last year. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, you see
Okay.
Panther Dog on you. You see that, right?
Mm?
I said, you see what Panther Dog said.
Yeah, I see. Thomas, they getting. Hey, my bad, bro. We was talking. He said, maybe Thomas, y'all missed 6 of our chats. Hey,
What's the
my
chat?
bad.
Like going
My
to the
bad.
chat, like they were commenting. It's
Yeah.
just they just joking. They
I
just
know, I know. Yeah, he
Uh,
said make sure money. Said it makes good. Oh, hold on, that's not the one. Tony, quit clicking stuff, bro.
brother, I didn't touch nothing. Shut up.
My bad. You shut up. Hey, but he said, I see what you mean, but secondary is questionable also. You know what? And that is a fact. That is a fact. Now, if we can have a healthy JC Horn all season, I think that's potentially one side of the field that we ain't got to worry about. Now, it moves on to the other side. We saw what Evero was able to do with even when JC Horn was out last year. So, hopefully if he stays healthy, hey, look, y'all gonna stop all this, man. y'all gonna stop. Really, Quan? Really? Really? Y'all
Yeah.
go-
Don't get him started,
See,
please. Don't,
you
please.
see how he do? You see how Quan do?
Look, he told me something. That's why 336 famous today. He in stardom now. Oh my
Oh
goodness.
man.
Let me see. Hen Brown, thoughts on the Caden Stearns pickup. I don't know much about him. Tony, can you I know you said something about him
I
early.
I like to pick up. He flourished under Evero in Denver. Um, he was a good safety coming out of Texas.
Mhm.
I know he has a injury history. He's injury prone. I think that's his biggest thing, being able to stay healthy. So,
Mhm.
but when he is healthy, he's definitely a pretty good safety. Um, Coming out of Texas, he had that first round potential, but like I said, injuries. So, hopefully he can resurrect things. I think he had a big injury last year in Denver in the second or third game and missed the rest of the season. Uh, I see Mrs. Hunky doing his trip. Hey, but yeah, yeah, he's more of an in the box safety, well built, uh, very good with blitzes and things like that. So, we just have to see where he fit in this safety room, because the safety room is pretty deep. But I do like the pickup, and that's just like I said earlier. Right now is a time where you're going to see a lot of turnover at the bottom of the roster, and by us having the first pick on the waiver wire through week 4 of the regular season, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for a lot of different players to come in and beef up, you know, potential rooms, not potential rooms, but these different rooms that we have on offense, defense.
Yeah. Hey, look, Miss Ungadora, he said, Quan, they got the Brunswick County triple wide snobbiness now. So LOL, I'm still in the single wide. Hey, let me tell you, as a person who grew up in the single wide
Oh
trailer,
my
hey, them
God!
triple wide trailers were really nice. Okay. But yeah, appreciate you, Mr. Hunky Dory.
Hey, my daddy had one.
He a trip.
Everybody,
He a
look,
trip.
they all through Jacksonville, North Carolina. So look, I already know.
Hey,
Yes,
they
sir.
all through Brunswick County, period, man. Period.
Hmm.
Okay. But all right, well, that'll be our kind of our recap of week 2 of training camp. Okay, so our next slide, and this is where we're going to answer some of the questions that we had earlier. Okay, this has been the big topic, so far since big topic since what, yesterday or the day before, when Dave Canales said that Bryce Young will not play against New England. Okay, and so I got on the slide here: should he play or should he sit? All right, and I'm gonna go first on this one. I think he should play. Okay. We have a new coach, a new scheme, a new center. All right. We have offensive line that is obviously having a few communication issues, whether it's between them, I don't know if it's between them, Bryce, or whatever, but I'm not saying throw him out there for the entire, first half. If nothing else, let that man get a series, get some live reps and then get him off the field. Okay. I know everybody's saying injuries, but my thing is, look at all the injuries we have now. Where have they happened? At practice. Okay. So I think it's like this balance of you throwing him out there is you're risking getting him hurt. I mean, hell, you're risking getting him hurt, walking to the damn practice field. We saw, what was it, Greenlaw in the Super Bowl, tore or whatever, running onto the damn field.
Achilles.
You know, yeah, he
Achilles.
tore his Achilles. So that's my spill on it. I don't want him out there the whole game. I say throw him out there for a drive. Let him get into it, and then put him back on the bench, and then we'll see. The amazing arm of Jack Plummer. So yeah, that's my spill on it. Go ahead,
Go
y'all.
ahead, Doug.
I'm gonna disagree. Only reason I'm gonna disagree, I have not been at practice. Reason why I
Mm,
say I disagree. Um, Something wrong with Taylor Moton. I've told CJ this, and I think I told Tony when we were talking the other day about this. I really think there's something wrong um, with Taylor Moton. Taylor Moton having back to back vet days, that's alarming. Um, then the way the offensive line has looked, there's still something missing there. That's why I said
mm,
next week is more important. Again, you got joint practice and you have your first home game. Now, if they're talking about sitting Bryce, I know we're talking about just one game, we're talking about against New England, but if they're talking about sitting Bryce the entire preseason, that's a whole nother issue because again, you're behind the eight ball. Right now,
mm-hmm.
you're seeing, like I think I've been hearing the last 2 days, Bryce has been intermediate throws. The offense is hit or miss. But why jeopardize it if it's not ready right now? And what I mean by right now is, yes, we probably are behind the eight ball. I've never said this. Carolina Panthers are probably behind the eight ball right now. Is that good? No. That's absolutely not good because, again, if he's not starting, there's a reason why he's not starting. It's a reason why it's not
Mm-hmm.
just, oh, we're going to sit him just because we want to. There's a reason behind it. Um, God forbid, let's say Bryce did get hurt. Andy Dalton is down. You're telling me that Jack Plummer is going to be the starter for week one? Come on, let's
Hey.
really be real. We can't be behind the eight ball. And if, regardless of people saying, oh, this is the quarterback that um, Dave Canales wanted to groom, we don't know that. We do not know that. Nobody really knows. The only thing that he was handed when he got the keys to the kingdom was um, the only thing the only thing that we know is that he had to agree that Bryce Young would be his quarterback. I
Mm,
can't because again, Jack, whatever you want to call him, he cannot come in week one and start. He can't. Me personally, like I said, I don't even know. Yes, at Louisville, I watched plenty of ACC. I'm a Tar Heel. I seen Louisville. Louisville played Florida State in the ACC championship game. That's college. This is not, that was not NFL. Tomorrow we will see, regardless if it's second, third string, or fourth string, we will know tomorrow what Jake Plummer can do. That's all.
okay.
That's the reason why, again, I don't think he should have started. Now, if he don't start next week, then my
Mm,
temperature meter is gonna go up a little bit because what are we not advertising to show Bryce in the preseason? That's all.
mm. Okay, Tony, go ahead, and I'm gonna throw a slight curveball at y'all.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to this comment right here because this is the very thing that I mentioned to CJ on the phone. If Andy Dalton wasn't hurt, they would play Bryce. So I'm good either way. This is one of those situations where two things can be true, right? He can definitely benefit from playing because I think that live game action with him and Austin Corbett is much needed. To continue building that continuity that they have um going so far in a training camp. Uh, by Austin Corbett not having any experience,
Mm,
game rep. I think that's much needed for him and for Bryce. If like I said, if Andy Dalton wasn't hurt, I think Bryce would come in and play at least one series. But the fact that Andy Dalton is your number two quarterback and he is hurt, while running the risk of um your franchise quarterback, your number one quarterback being hurt and something happened tragically. And then, like you were saying, the week one, you got Jack Plummer, Jake Luton as your starting quarterback. Now that's I don't think nobody wants to see that. That's not a good look. I think Panther Nation will be in a frenzy. I think there will be a lot of finger pointing while we play Bryce and this and that. Well, I think it's better, honestly, to be cautious than anything. I know everybody wants to see what Bryce would look like thus far, in his second season, and I'm right there with you. But if I had to lean either way, I would say because of that injury to Andy Dalton, I think it's best for him to sit. He'll get plenty of action next week in those joint practice with the Jets. He's going to get about 45 or 50 reps. That's like a controlled scrimmage in those joint practices, and then he may get a series or two in the game against the Jets next week. So for this game, yes, I think we should sit him.
Hey, CJ, real quick, Tony, and I
Hmm.
think a lot of people are not realizing it's only 1 day. Last year was two. It was supposed to be 2 days. It's only 1 day of
Hmm.
joint practice this year, and that's only Thursday. So I'm not sure how much he would get, but it'll definitely be a good showing to go against another team in practice. So I don't
Okay.
know. And Tony, I don't know if you meant 2 days because you were saying joint practices. I only know we only have 1 day for right now, unless something.
Well, as I said, joint practice just meaning the Panthers and Jets. I know it's just one
Okay,
day.
okay.
Yeah,
My bad. Like I said, I just because like I said, there's more days than hey, you know, I didn't know that.
yeah.
People love that.
He'll get those reps in that one practice. Like I said, it's gonna be like a controlled scrimmage, and
Gotcha.
then he may play a series or two in the preseason game when they play Saturday.
Yes, sir. Got you.
Okay. All right. Hey, now let me throw this at y'all too. Okay. And so they asked Canales, was there any similarities between last year down in Tampa, when they played Baker and Kyle Trask? Canales said that there was a competition, a QB competition between Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask. So there's no QB competition here. So now a lot of people are saying, okay, well, they're not throwing him out there. They don't want him to get hurt. The line is a little suspect, yada, yada, yada. So do you think it might be a situation where Canales himself is confident enough in Bryce to say, well, you know what, we're going to sit him this week and we're going to evaluate some of these other guys? Do you think that might be what's going on?
Go ahead, Doug.
Say that last part one more time for me, CJ. Just that very last part.
No, I was saying, may that be what's going on? He's there's no QB competition. Is he confident in Bryce Young from what he's seen so far from him in training camp? Be like, you know what? Nah, we're not even gonna play him this week because he's confident enough in what Bryce has done so far.
I'm not sure about that. That's a
Okay.
hard answer for me to even think about or answer. I'm not sure. That's the best way I can say it. I'm not sure at all about that. Only thing I can think
Okay.
of, um, Tony and whoever else made the comment in the chat about Andy Dalton not being injured right now and cause of injury. Yes, it's a game of football.
Hmm.
Anything can happen, but I just think next week is the week that he's finally going to be let loose. So
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Tony.
No, I'm with Doug. I'm with Doug on that one. It like I said, it could be a number of things.
Hmm.
And that definitely could factor into the equation as well. But I think I'm gonna lean heavily on the fact that Andy Dalton is hurt. He's out. The only other two quarterbacks is Jack Plummer and Jake Luton. Why risk your franchise quarterback, your starting quarterback, to injury when you don't have to? So, because if something were to happen, and I know some people say football is a risk, you can get hurt any point in time. That's true. But if you have the choice to play or sit a particular player, I don't think there's any problem or anything wrong with him sitting the first preseason game. I just
Yeah.
yeah, I just don't.
Okay. I got you. But I tend to favor on the side of, I tend to go on the side of, you know, you're saying risk injury. Okay. You risk injury every practice, every day, every time they go out there, you risk injury. Okay.
But he's not getting hit in practice.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand that. But how many non-contact season-ending injuries are there out there? You know, somebody does something and doesn't get hit, and they out for the season. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I feel you.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of
Mhm.
non-contact season-ending injuries that go on in the NFL every year. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying throw them out there to the wolves. And I mean, and if I'm not mistaken, I read on the article that the Panthers put out today. I don't think they're playing against a lot of New England starters, you know, on defense. I'm not sure exactly who is or who isn't starting, but in the same breath, said that the same thing last year. We went out against the Jets second team defense, and on the second play of the game, you know, he got put in the dirt. Hey, and Tip Drill Will, man, thank you for the
Tip
$10
drill
super
well.
chat. Man, we
Appreciate you,
appreciate
my
you.
guy.
He said, I'm with Doug on this one. Well, I'll be the minority on this one here. I think he should at least get a series. Okay, I think he should at
Yeah.
least get one series. Go out there, you know, see what it is. Put him on the bench. It's cool. He ain't got to play the rest of the game, but throw him out there. Get him a couple of live reps. Okay, get against some people. You know, I hate to say it like this, but that don't have his best interest in mind. You know, get because my thing is one thing in practice, and then while we're talking about that, the joint practice. Okay, so now this joint practice, Tony, you were saying that it's more of a controlled environment. All right. Now,
Right.
what do we say a lot of times? There's no better reps than live reps. Okay. Now, mind
Right.
you, these are quote unquote live reps, but they are controlled live reps. You get what I'm saying? So, are you really getting as much out of these joint practices as you would, you know, a game like a regular preseason game?
Yeah, I think so. You're getting the competition level. The competition level goes up a little bit because you're playing against an opposite team, and you're going against ones versus the ones. The
Mm-hmm.
quarterbacks are still not being hit in the joint practices, so it's not really live fire for them. But they're getting to see looks of other defenses. The defense is getting the looks of another offense, and they're going
Mm-hmm.
against other offensive, defensive linemen, wide receivers, cornerback, safeties. You know, they're just going against a whole nother team. So the competition level does go up a little bit, but like you say, it's in a controlled environment. So yeah, I think they still get good work they get better work as opposed to going against themselves every day.
Okay. All right, gotcha. Now another question I'll throw out there to you and Doug. To me, and it's just from my opinion, I think that they are just kind of looking past, you know, this New England game, and like everybody is waiting for the Jets joint practice. Okay, so to me, it's kind of like this game. Not gonna say it doesn't matter, but it's like everybody is waiting to next week. You know, everything is going to happen. You know, next week. Next week, Bryce is going to do this. Next week, Bryce is going to do that. You know, do you think it's a mistake to if they are, you know, looking past this game?
Well, we say that again. You mean
I I
as
said
far as
to
coaches?
me no, yeah, in general, it's like they're looking somewhat they're looking past this game. It's like the not really the coaches, but you know, us as a fan base, we're looking past this game. Everybody is like, oh, well, you know, it's New England, and we're waiting for the Jets. Everybody keeps bringing up the Jets this, the Jets that, the Jets the third. You know, do you think it's a
Right.
mistake if we're kind of looking past this New England game? I mean, it's still a game on the schedule.
I mean that could be true as when you're talking about the fans. I mean, they're going to feel, or we're going to feel however we're going to feel. But I don't think the players are looking past it. I don't think the coaches are
Mm,
looking past it. I think they got a little scheme in place for the game. I think they know who's going to start, who's going to dress out, who isn't. Um, like I said, this is the first preseason game. I believe this is just my opinion. This is an opportunity where we're going to see a lot of undrafted free agents, a lot of third and fourth stringers get valuable reps. This is the
Mm-hmm.
time of season again where everyone gets an opportunity to pad their resumes because they're not only playing for the Panthers or the Patriots tonight, they're also playing for the 30 other teams in the NFL because if you get dropped by somebody, whether it's the Panthers or the Patriots, you could be picked up by somebody else. So I think we're going to see a lot of that.
Okay. All right, bet. Doug.
I'll say this: the fans are definitely wanting it, and I
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
think former players definitely want it. Even though it's supposed to be a rinse and repeat, you don't think Icky wants his revenge back. You don't think Austin Corbett wants his revenge back. Um, you don't think players from last year when we played the Jets in that joint practice, how disrespected that we were, and how it made us look on TV going against the Jets. Then for your preseason opener at home, you almost get your quarterback killed in the second play of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of fans are looking forward to the Jets because it's live action in practice. A lot of fans love these joint practices um,
Mm-hmm.
because I like even though it's controlled, it's more unpredictable. You don't know what they're going to throw at you. So for
Okay.
me, like I said, I honestly think um, I'm ready to see some of these pieces and schemes finally on tape and live action. But I think next week is very important for how this how comfortable and what the meter for me will go going into the season.
Okay. All right. I
Okay.
got you. Cool. They get set in
Yeah, I
scoring
don't.
being held out. I doubt. I doubt he'll play. Go ahead, Tony. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Don't know. I was like, you know what? I don't think there's no right or wrong answer when it comes to Bryce situation. I think everybody has very valid reasons as to why you may want to play him or to either sit him. You know, so there's a lot of very different opinions regarding the situation. So like I said, for me, I'm just 50-50 with it. Just because of the Andy Dalton injury, I'm leaning more towards sit. But I do want to see him play as well. I do want to see him get those live reps with Austin Corbett because I also think it's important for Austin Corbett to get those live reps as well. So you know.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I don't think no opinion is right or wrong in this situation.
Okay. Hey, look, D Cash. She said Clowney gonna have to chill next week. They finding teams for fighting at joint practices.
Yep.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I saw that
Yeah,
today. They are finding teams for and but the thing is, I guarantee you there's a fight at damn near every joint practice. Just about every last one of
yeah.
them. Look at who was it? Malik
But
Neighbors
Malik Neighbor,
caught that ball.
boy,
Yeah. Look at he caught that ball, walked past the dude and pushed him. Hey,
Well,
bro, it was on after that.
but I know they were talking about it in the chat. I just saw the video. Did y'all see what DK
Mm.
Metcalf did to his own teammate?
No, what
I
do you do?
heard. I ain't seen it. He
Man,
swung. Yeah, swinging the helmet. Go ahead, Doug. Go ahead, Doug.
Oh
swinging a
God.
helmet to your own teammate, and I ain't talking about
Yeah.
just swing and just play. I'm talking
Mm.
about swinging. But I just
Did
read
he
it.
ki-
They had
Did
5
he
other.
connect?
Yeah,
Wow.
Damn.
but like I
Wow.
said, they had
That's
5 other
savage
fights
right
today
there.
at practice today.
Mm. That's wild.
So
That is wild.
That's
Mm.
nasty work.
yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yep. Austin Giants versus Lions. Yep. Yeah, he caught that ball, got
Yeah.
up, pushed that defender. It was on.
They what 336 Buster, that's dumb. Fights and joint practice are part of the game. Yeah, you right. I listen, I love to see a good squabble. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I love to see a good squabble. I love to see that intensity level. I love the back and forth. But when you are swinging a helmet, not saying that you agree with this Boston, but when you are swinging a helmet,
Hmm.
so that
That's
to
findable.
me, in my opinion, that is considered a weapon, dog. And I don't know if anybody's ever picked up one of them damn helmets over war helmet to realize how heavy that joker is. That's heavy. And when you're talking a big grown ass man swinging it at your head, probably because I'm pretty sure he ain't swinging at his chest. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But if you
Yeah.
swinging that helmet and you connect with somebody, dog, that
Yeah.
you talking about doing damage. You talking about doing
Yeah. I
damage.
agree. I agree on that
And
one.
and the fact that you're doing it at one of your own teammates, that says a lot more about how unstable and how undisciplined you are as a player. So either they said something that got up under your skin that much that made you want to swing your helmet at another player and potentially harm him, whether he had his helmet on or not. That's a dumbass. That's dumb. That's dumb to me. It
Yeah.
was done when Aaron Donald did it. I called it out and I said it. And I was done with DK Math did it. And I ain't even seen the video. Just the fact that you did it, that's just dumb. That's not football.
Yeah.
That's an asshole move. I'm getting pissed off. Go ahead, CJ.
Oh, all right, Pastor. All right, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Uh, Big Walk said neighbors ain't catch that ball, but oh, okay, thank you. I thought he did. I saw him get up because he act like he caught the ball. He act like he caught the ball and he had something to
Yeah, I
get
thought
up
he
talk
caught that
junk about.
ball.
Said
I
that
thought he
boy got
caught the ball.
locked
I
up
don't know. I have to go
and
back and look
pieced
at that
up.
walk.
Oh, okay. He said he got locked up and pieced up. Okay, appreciate it. Yeah, DK said facts. That's damn assault. Okay, boss said
Yeah.
nah. DK can sit for the year if you ask me, and
Oh,
fine.
Panther
Okay,
Dog.
but
Yeah.
Damn right.
No, Panther
yeah.
Dog. Read Panther Dog's comment. I just saw that on
Okay.
Bleacher Report. It was caught on.
Ooh, it was.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. Ooh boy. Oh, that's gonna be out there for
That
everybody to see. Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. But what has to, like, what has to go on to make you throw a helmet at your own damn teammate? That's wild.
That's
That
wild.
that that is that's wild.
That's why I say that's undisciplined. That's
Mm-hmm.
immaturity. That's not professional. That's not professionalism. Like that is your brother. You are going to war every Sunday with that person on your team, whether they offense or defense. That is your teammate. That is your brother. The locker room is a sacred place for you and your brother. Whatever problems y'all had that y'all need to iron out or whatever, y'all could
Mm-hmm.
have hashed it out behind the scenes. Dude, you took off your helmet and swung it. You had
Yeah.
bad intentions. Can't nobody say that was a mistake or the heat of the moment. That's bullshit. You took off your helmet and swung at another player, hoping, hoping that you caused damage.
Well, that's not the
That's
first time I've heard something about DK Metcalf doing something like that in practice.
yeah,
Mm, that's wild.
that's
That is
crazy.
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, y'all. Well, all right, everybody. Shoot, that's all we got for you tonight, man. I appreciate everybody that stopped through. And let me see. And for the 60 some odd folks watching us on YouTube, thank you. The 70 folks watching us over on Twix, as we like to call it, thank you. Before we get out of
yes,
here,
sir.
please, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button over on X. Make sure you follow us. Check us out. We usually go live every Wednesday and Saturday. It'll probably be Wednesdays right now while training camp is going on, but we should get back to regularly scheduled programming here pretty soon. Okay. He said that's it. Hey, hey, make sure I think we covered a lot, bro. We going on an hour and
Yeah,
45 minutes. Hey, we
we
covered a
just
lot.
covered a whole week. Gave you a little preseason. Gave you a little preseason info and all.
Oh, here you go. Here you go. He said it's time already. I forgot I'm in Texas time.
Oh yeah, we in Texas time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it? 8:45 over
8:45.
there. Okay.
45.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Mm,
But
we don't
like
want
I
to talk
said,
about my
man,
time
wherever y'all watching us from, please like, subscribe, follow, share, tell your friends about us. We appreciate all the love and support.
already.
Tony, Doug, y'all got anything you want to say before we get up out of here?
Go ahead, Doug.
Can't wait to get home next week. Can't wait to get home next week. That's all I gotta
There you
say.
go. All right, Tony.
Nah, hey, shout out again, like I said, shout out to CJ man for bringing all this great Panther content. He has definitely been on his, standing on business. Like I said, about a week and a half ago, we started with 248 followers on Twix, and now it's up over 670. So we want to greatly appreciate and thank you guys on Twitter for giving us a follow, enjoying the content. on YouTube, go over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, turn that post notification bell. So whenever we do go live or drop new content, you'll be made aware. And if you are watching us on YouTube right now, before you leave, please hit that like button and we'll greatly appreciate it, man. Say about to go find TJ. Yeah.
Hey, he gonna have to catch me. I'm faster than I look. I guarantee you
That's
that.
Ian Thomas. Hey, that's Ian Thomas' brother.
Oh man. But yeah, hey, we appreciate everybody. Again, thank you. And like we said, wherever you watching us at, make sure you like, subscribe, wherever you viewing us from, and we appreciate you. But like I always like to do, we'll take you out with 3 things. Number 1, y'all be good. Number 2, y'all be safe. And number 3, as always, Panther Nation,
Keep
keep
pounding.
pounding, man. We'll see you.